Today we're working on a 1998 Ford F-150 and we're going to show you how to fix a wheel bearing and axle combo without having to replace the axle. All you have to do is run to your parts store and you get something like this. This is a repair kit, so it takes the place of this bearing, and you can see how much thicker it is. And what it does, it's going to ride on a different part of the axle, because this part of the axle, as you can tell, is no longer joining the Ford. It's wallered out, technical term. But first we're just going to have to clean this tube because there's a couple little nicks in it. I just want to make sure it's nice and smooth for the new one to go in. We're going to show you how the new one goes in, and because there's no videos online of this, and I thought it'd be helpful for everyone to know how to fix their Ford. Let's get into it. A couple things to take note is the quality of your tube seal, or your tube here, your axle tube. There's a couple nicks in mine. You can see the nicks there, and there's one there. Make sure that they feel smooth. If you can feel it with your finger, you're gonna have to go over it maybe with a small abrasive wheel or something. Make sure you get that real clean. Another thing is measure it to see if it's a tapered axle tube. If it's a tapered axle tube, you can't put, this is what's called an axle saver bearing in it. So you can get your micrometer out, you can get a spring micrometer and then measure that, the spring one that pulls out, because it can't be a tapered meaning inside diameter is just a little bit smaller than the edge of it. So another thing is you're going to want to check to make sure that your new bearing can fit all the way on properly. This one has got a really big lip where the old bearing worn into it, and it has actually caused deformation of the axle right here to where it's flowed up. It's made the metal flow up just a little bit, so I got to knock that down and make sure that it's going to go on all the way. I'll show you actually. If I put it on, see, it kind of stops right there. It needs to go all the way. So let me get the G-Wiz. All right, there we go. It's gonna run right there. I'm just gonna clean up the inside with this thing. The new bearing is going to go in with the O-ring towards the inside. Now you're supposed to use a particular tool to push it in. I don't think I have that tool. We're going to use a hammer and just tap around the edge, and you're going to hear a difference once it gets in all the way. I'm gonna see if I can get a socket or something. right, you hear the difference? It's in all the way now. Now all you gotta do is put your axle in. Reassemble, add your gear oil, and you are good. Good to go. Look at that. Nice and tight. Thanks for coming by, and I hope you learned something today.